We need to talk about Cynthia Erivo's Met Gala look because not enough people are, and there's actually deep significance behind it that I think deserves way more recognition. So when I first saw her look, I thought it was beautiful, but I didn't understand much as to how it was on theme until I saw this tweet. So I then, of course, had to do my research to look into this further. So she briefly mentions the significance of her headpiece in her interview with Vogue and Emma Chamberlain, and she said it was an ode to the women of Louisiana in the early 1800s who had to wear a headpiece called a tignon to cover their hair. Now, I have tried to look up the pronunciation of this word so much, and I keep getting different pronunciations, so I'm going to try my best. I personally have never heard of this word, and when I researched it, I saw that there is something called the Tignon Law. It was a law enforced in 1786 by the Spanish governor, which forced Black women to cover their hair. I took notes, so I'm going to be reading them. So in 1786, New Orleans was unique because of its high population of free people of color. The city's free Black population made strides in education, business, and they contributed heavily to the Black Creole culture that we see in Louisiana to this day. Apparently, a lot of Black women were ambiguous in if they were actually Black or white. And God forbid any Black woman was treated with the same decency, respect, and given the same rights as a white woman. So a law was introduced that made Black women outwardly identify themselves as part of the slave class, even though a large majority of them were free. This outward identifier was the tignon. It was originally just a knotted piece of material to cover the entirety of their hair. And Black women followed this rule, but they actually ended up decorating their tignons. They had them with bright colors, jewelry, feathers, put hats on top of them, and what was meant to suppress them actually made them more beautiful in appearance. So beautiful, of course, that white people stole it. So white women began wearing them as well. Of course, Black women's hair is still policed to this day, and Cynthia mentioned that and how a lot of women still like to wear headscarves and make them beautiful as part of their garments. I was deeply moved by this, and it just shows white privilege because I didn't even think of anything of that headscarf, and now I know. So thank you to the Twitter user for bringing it to my attention, and I hope you all learned something today if you didn't already know this.